This video is about CELPIP reading correspondence task. Today we are jumping into one of the most misunderstood CELPIP reading tasks. Yes, reading correspondence. This is the task that looks easy but always sneaks into tricky tone, purpose and detailed questions. So in today's video I'm giving you a full exam style email, real CELPIP level questions and step-by-step explanation all in simple and spoken English. Let's warm up first. Alright, before we dive into reading example, let me tell you the secret recipe for this task. There are four things you always need to catch in reading correspondence. The first one is tone, second one is purpose, and the third, details, the fourth, best response. Yes, in reading correspondence, the first one, tone, is everything. It tells you the writer's attitude, the emotion behind the message. Think of tone like the mood of the email. When you read the message, you have to ask yourself, is the person happy, annoyed, polite, worried, formal, friendly, direct, so many things. For example, if the email says, please send the report by the end of day. Thanks. That means the tone is polite and professional. If it says like you still haven't submitted the form, this is urgent. Here the tone is serious, annoyed and urgent. Okay? So CELPIP loves to ask questions like how does the writer feel? What best describes the tone? What is the writer's attitude? So don't just read the words. You have to feel the mood. Okay? And the second one about purpose. Purpose is why did they write this message? Every email has a reason behind it, right? So your job is to understand the purpose. You have to ask yourself why this person writing. Common purposes in CELPIP could be like to request something, to complain, to apologize, to give information, to respond to a previous message, to confirm or cancel something, and sometimes to warn or remind. For example, could you please book the meeting room for tomorrow? This means the purpose is request. I'm sorry for the confusion caused. This means the purpose is apology. I would like to report a problem with the maintenance team. This means the purpose is complaint, right? So once you catch the purpose, questions become super easy. And the third one is details. What important information is the email giving? So this is the part many people miss. CELPIP hides the answers in small details like dates, times, names, locations, numbers, conditions, deadlines, requests, instructions. So you have to read carefully, not quickly. Example, please submit the form before Friday at 4 p.m. So here in this sentence, the key detail is Friday 4 p.m. is the deadline, right? If the question asks, when is the form due? So you must pick the option that exactly matches the detail. CELPIP loves tricky answers that are almost correct. Wrong day, wrong time, wrong person. So details equals to accuracy. And the best response. What do you mean by best response? If you had to reply, what would you say? This is the last step in CELPIP. So CELPIP will usually ask what is the most appropriate response. You must choose the reply that matches the tone, fits the situation, or which answers the writer's need, sounds natural and polite, does not overreact or ignore the question. Okay, so if the email is formal, your response must be formal, right? If the writer asked a question, your response must answer it. If they made a complaint, then your response should acknowledge it. For example, if someone writes, could you please send me the meeting agenda? Then the best response should be, sure, I'll send it to you by this afternoon. It should not be like, why do you need it? Or if you're mentioning it as okay, or if you're mentioning or replying as, I can't help. No, that will not work. So here the best response means politeness plus relevant plus helpful. Okay, now let's move on to our example here. So here is an example email. If you want, you can just pause the video, read it by yourself. Let me also read it for you. From Marissa Grant to building manager, Oak Ridge Apartments, subject is concerns about the heating system and laundry room access. Hello, Jason. I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to report a couple of issues that have been affecting my daily routine over the past 2 weeks. First, the heating system in my apartment has been turning off randomly throughout the day. I initially assumed it might be due to the cold weather and high usage across the building, but even during warmer hours, the heater shuts down on its own. I have tried resetting thermostat multiple times, but it hasn't made any difference. As someone who works from home, the irregular temperature has become uncomfortable, and I'm worried it might get worse as winter progresses. Secondly, I wanted to mention a problem with the laundry room on the second floor. For the last 3 days, the key card access system hasn't been functioning. Several residents, including myself, have had to go to the basement laundry area instead, which is not only farther away but also usually overcrowded. I understand the occasional technical issues happen, but it would be appreciated if this could be fixed soon. I would be grateful if maintenance could take a look at both the heating system and the laundry room access at the earliest possible time. Please let me know if you need me to be in the apartment for the heater inspection. Thank you, Marissa Grant, Unit 304. So this is the email. Let's move to the question. The first question here is, what is the main purpose of the Marissa's email? Options, four options they have given: to complain about the noise from her neighbors, to request repairs for two issues she's facing, to ask for rent reduction during winter, to notify the manager about new building residents. Okay, and the correct option for this is answer B. Okay, that is very clear, isn't it? Because the whole email is basically her telling the manager, hey, two things are broken, heater and laundry access, right? Please fix both. So the correct purpose is B here. Nothing about rent or new residents or neighbors. And for the second question, what can be inferred about the heating issue? Four options are given here. You can just go through this and let me give you the right option. The correct option is option C, because she clearly says over the past 2 weeks. So we know it's been happening for that long. So the correct inference is C. The problem has been happening for at least 2 weeks. Option A is also wrong. B is also wrong. A is wrong because she says it shuts off even during warm hours. Option B is wrong because she tried resetting, but that did not cause the issue. And option D, yes, she never contacted maintenance before. And the next question here is, what does Marisa imply about the basement laundry room? Four options are given, and the correct option is option B. Yes, she says the basement laundry room is farther away and overcrowded, right? So she's basically saying it's not convenient. That's why B is correct. And for the fourth question, what does Marisa offer to do? Option A is the correct answer, because at the end she says, like, please let me know if you need me to be in the apartment for the heater inspection, right? So that means she is offering to be home if required. So the correct option is answer A. And that, my friends, is exactly how self reading correspondence looks at the exam level. If you want to score perfect in this part, remember, don't just read the mail. Read the tone, the intention, and the hidden meaning. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more self-help tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.